Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss a Polish whiskey banned in Great Britain for its bottle shape. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Luke Otero, Evan Van Scoik, and Evan Nieters.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello. So we are going to be talking about a bottle of whiskey that got banned in Great Britain. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Hey, are you an ask forgiveness or ask permission kind of person? And I have a story to go with this because I did the opposite of what I normally do and it backfired. So what are you guys first,
Okay.
though?
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Yeah. Well, Peters seems like a ask permission guy, but go ahead. We'll let you answer yourself.
Honestly, I guess it depends on the situation. I mean, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's very situational for me. I don't like at work. I usually know what I'm doing, and I rather just ask for forgiveness later. And I go along with what I think is best.
And at home, he asks for permission because he doesn't want to be in the doghouse. Yeah,
that's right. Exactly. I have to respect my wife, and
yes, young love. At some point, you'll be like Luke and I, and you got the warden in the war department. You'll know what we're talking about. Right now, it's like, what's the deal with those guys? You'll get there. You'll get there. There'll be a little bit more gray in that beard, but you'll get there. You'll know what we're talking about. Yep. Who else? Who else wants to talk about it?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm the type that asks for forgiveness because I guess of my personality, I'm going. And either you're coming along with me, and if I make the mistake, I'll own up to it and ask for forgiveness. Right. That's just who I am, though.
Yeah. Well, I could see that. All right. How about you, Evan?
Yeah, I'm going to fall in line with the asking for forgiveness. It's pretty much how I usually end up living most of my life. The rare situations in which I believe you would have something that involves a potential legal involvement, I will change at that point. And I think anything that could get you legally in trouble should become an ask for permission situation. Also, anything that involves like somebody else's autonomy, because if you want that autonomy yourself, you shouldn't impose other things on other people as well. So that's an appropriate time to also ask for permission.
Okay. I'm definitely like Luke, and I trust myself. Now there can be exceptions where you do have to get a lawyer involved or something like that. I get what Evan was saying, but for the most part, how I live my life would be ask for forgiveness. I trust myself to do the right thing and get the job done, whatever it is. And for the most part, I just go because I'm always got something going on. Like Luke, just busy, and I want to get that accomplished and on to the next, not waiting around and asking if I can do something. So, how about you, McNew?
I am definitely a forgiveness person because I want to do what I want to do no matter what. And
right.
Well, guess I'll just say sorry later if I have to. But I am definitely that. But a couple weeks ago, we were at this, it was a restaurant, but it had like this patio situation that led to a park. And they were giving people water, like their water glasses were plastic cups. And they said, you can take the plastic cups to go, but the glassware has to stay. I said, okay. I was like, so I can put my drink. I asked the waiter, the server, can I put my drink in this plastic cup? And he was like, you can't take your glassware. I said, okay. So I just dumped my drink into the plastic cup, and he's like, oh my God, why did you do that in front of me? And he lost his shit. I'm like, why did I even have this conversation with you? You could have just fucking done it when you walked away. Like, he yelled at me.
He yelled at you. Yeah. Well,
I'm like, well,
now he's an accomplice. So yeah, for sure.
You were trying to do the right thing, Stephanie.
The one time in my life, I try to follow the rules, and then I get yelled at.
And you shouldn't have. You should have just done it.
Should have just done it.
Should have just done it, and but discreetly. I'll know that the way he said that, he's telling you yes without telling you yes, and then maybe you was till he just left, and then but you just did it right in front of him. Yeah,
maybe I should have waited, but
broke his trust.
I didn't even have to have that conversation. I was trying to be nice, but
now McNew, didn't recently you have a big finding at your work that they discovered that you weren't just a personality hire, that you actually are good at some things at your work?
Yeah, and that's still a pain.
Personality hire. I want to know what corporation is so big. And they're like, well, let's hire this McNew. She seems like a good personality, and I realize it's dead weight on the payroll, but she's fun. Who's doing this? I don't know.
I mean, some people, you get hired, you make your resume look good, you go through the interview, and like you fluff everything up, and then you get in and like you do a meeting, you do a good job. You're like hitting your numbers,
sure.
Your stats, but you're not trying to like get attention. You're not trying to get a promotion, right? Like you're happy with the paycheck. You're happy being left alone. No, they found out I can do a lot more than I was doing. And it's not been great for me.
I'll tell you what you need to do. You need to work for your local government. I worked for the county during college. And I would get the guys and women, there was men and women, that would pull me aside and be like, slow down, big boy. We don't want you to make the rest of us look bad. You can only do so many, go out on so many calls a day. We don't, I'm like, oh, okay. And then eventually, because I was like, well, am I, but I can do this. And they're like, oh, no, you might hurt your back or something. You want to go easy. And I'm like, okay. Well,
definitely the Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec vibes. Yeah.
And I worked there. I worked there all through college. By my senior year, believe me, I knew how to mail it in at that point. They had taught me well. I was as good as any county worker at that point, which is working at like 8% of my capacity. So yeah.
So I'll give all the listeners some free service here. So my job is actually as like an efficiency effectiveness coach. So
for
this concept. Not for the county, just for a business. But so if you're thinking about this question that prompts you is if your desire is that you want to be able to move fast, you want to be efficient, one of the things is to be courageous, to act boldly, to go ahead and take that chance. But you should obviously do that calculated, right? Is bring what you know to the table and say, I'm going to take calculated risks. I'm going to try something new, something interesting. Don't be afraid to experiment. And it's going to help you move faster in life. You're going to get things done. You're going to be more efficient, more effective. So yeah, go for that in work, in life, that if it's something that you feel safe enough doing, go ahead and ask for forgiveness later. Don't ask for permission up front, because that's going to slow you down, like Steve said. And you don't want delays in what you're doing. You want better, faster results. And as long as that's your goal, this is the way that you should put that mindset to work.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's why I think I asked for forgiveness at work, because I can't stop. Time is money.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So on that
I'll bill you later, Steve.
There you go. I was going to bill you for the airtime. Sound like you're putting a plug in for your new book. By the way, you can check it out on Amazon, where I just published my motivational book on efficiency.
Professional services rate, I think it's like $130 an hour.
Yeah. Well, wait till you see our advertising rates. You're gonna come out owing me. So, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew this time, so Neaters can talk over it and get you.
Well, yeah, let's just get this out of the way then.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have some Buzzards Roost toasted American oak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you were so shell shocked by Evan talking over you last time that your cork was just silent this time.
It was literally so loud over here.
I should have talked over that.
You didn't change your setting. You didn't turn on real sound. You got noise suppressed.
Okay, I'll learn.
Now you're just on mute. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Luke Otero, you're next. The benchmark to beat is very low right now. It's silence. So, yeah.
I got a sample of hand barrel double oak.
Hand barrel double oak. I never heard of it.
Hand barrel.
Oh, okay. I have heard of that. Yes.
Here we go.
It's cute, but it's the lead. It's the lead.
Guy.
That's as cute as can be. You know what? I'm going to give you a chance here. I'm going Four Roses, and I just discovered this one cleaning up my office, and now I'm back on it. I hadn't drank it for a while, but I've been back on it here. So this is a single barrel pick from Nate Weniger's place. So the 5280 Whiskey Society. It's called Altitude Adjustment is the name of the pick. So here we go. Swide on the set. Boy, that's
Not
close.
Not bad.
That's close. I'm gonna let Luke still have the lead. I think Luke's still got the lead right now. So we've got two more to go. We got our Evans duo here. So we'll go Evan Van Scoik first.
All right. So since we are talking about a gun bottle, I thought, what better state to represent with a bottle? I went ahead and went with something straight out of Texas. Got some Garrison Brothers Balmoral.
Okay.
All right, let's see how this one does.
Okay. Basie. All right. Evan Neaters, who has the lead right now? We're going to throw it to a judge here.
I think Luke still got it.
Okay, Luke's got the lead. So that's your person to beat. So let's hear, what do you have, Evan?
Well, I guess us Evans were thinking alike, because I have a Garrison's Brother single barrel pick by the ABV Barrel Shop.
Nice.
Another winner. Jeez.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2. There was some slosh here. He's got to work on his technique. He didn't
slosh.
stick the landing, but it was enough to win. It was a weak field. We did to Evan's credit, he wins, but it was a weak field. We didn't put up a whole lot of fight there against him. So
Cheers,
gang.
Cheers.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about this Bottle Liquor band. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Denny Kennard, and my altar drinking Edo is Freddie Miller. I'll drink to that.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about a bottle that was banned in Great Britain.
Yes, we are. So this is a whiskey brand, and they have a out of Poland. So it's a Polish whiskey, and it is banned in Great Britain. So, and it's shaped like a Tommy gun, and they wouldn't allow it. So, and McNew, by chance, has one of these. It's the exact same bottle. So it's not like there's a lot of these bottle styles. That's a vodka though that you have, right, McNew?
Yeah. So
is it a Polish vodka by chance? Is that?
I don't think it is. I don't think it's the same company. This one says imported by Stoller Imports, Palatine, Illinois. But this one's called Taste the 20s, and it has like this whole gangster theme and stuff on it. But It is shaped like a Tommy gun.
Yeah.
And my mom went to a liquor store for some reason. I don't even know what she was looking for because she doesn't drink. But she's like, "Oh, I saw this, and you like the 20s, so I bought it for you." So I got this Tommy gun vodka.
That thing, I don't how tall is that thing? It looks pretty tall.
It's pretty big.
I guess it's about 2 feet. I mean,
yeah,
pretty large. It's fun to pour out of, though. It really is. It's why there's a lot of it gone, just because it's fun to pour shots for people out of.
Pour shots, okay.
That makes sense that it does good pouring shots.
Yeah, shots. Yeah. Key, emphasis on the shots. So, what do you guys think about this? I mean, I get it. Guns aren't the thing over in Great Britain, but this isn't a gun. It's not operational. It doesn't make noise. It is a glass bottle. Is this something you feel should be on the banned list?
Well, I'm not sure because these type of bottles have been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
There's several tequila bottles that have their revolvers, their machine guns, their rifles that have been around a long time. So I'd be curious to know if those are banned as well in England. So
right. Well, Luke, what do you think about that? Would you, if you were involved, would you ban it? If you're in Great Britain?
No.
Well, you do some work on the political scene. Would you try to get that rolled back if you were on the scene doing some work there in Great Britain? Work with the politicians.
Yes, I would. I would lobby.
You'd be a lobbyist for the get this bottle on the shelf campaign. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure he'd get it done too. Luke's very good at his job, so this would happen. But he's not in Great Britain. Now, he could be hired, I'm sure, and brought over there. But the Luke's, we talked about hourly rates. It's going to get pretty pricey with Luke because he's good at what he does. So, yeah.
Evan's rate is about a 5-minute rate for me.
But if you're serious about this, you want that bottle on the shelves. He can get it done. So it's just you're gonna have to figure out how to buck up. So yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and that rate clicks in, by the way, as soon as he leaves his house, and he's got a long travel to get there. He's getting paid that rate the whole way. But again, you could have this on the shelf, but they just got to step up. So, what does anybody else think about this? Should this be? Is this just so vile it shouldn't be on the shelves, or is it almost ridiculous that it's not on the shelves?
I think it's kind of silly to outlaw it, but I do see that it is more than just the gun. I don't know if you guys looked at the pictures of the label too. It does kind of insinuate that gangster type of feel, but at the same time, I don't think that's enough to.
It looks like the brand name's Cosa Nostra, so it's definitely gang, mob influence for sure.
Right,
so,
right. But I don't know if it's enough to take it off the shelves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Van Scoik, what do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to ever really want to support a ban of anything. It's also different because it's also not our country, right?
Correct.
So you're also casting our judgment upon them.
Right.
So maybe trying to put ourselves in their shoes.
They make fun of us all the time too, though.
Yeah. So
believe me, I hear plenty of shots being fired from that direction.
Yeah.
There might be a case for okay, this is not something appropriate to travel with, but to completely ban all sales of it, that seems a little far. If people don't want to buy it at all, then you just don't buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. This is true. Now, that being said, it's not a gun culture over there. Is there any worry that someone could utilize this in a country that doesn't? I mean, you walk into a convenience store in America, and all you've got is this with a cover over it, and you might be getting shot, and you don't have a way to shoot back, so it's pretty dangerous. But in a country where they don't have guns, is that the danger here? You think? Do you think that someone could mask it and make it look like it's a gun? Is that what they're worried about?
Maybe.
I don't know. Again, we can't answer for them. I don't know. No. McNew, what do you think?
I get where they can be you know what, firearms and drinking don't mix. Probably don't play with both of your hobbies together. Okay, I get it. But also when Americans see Tommy guns, we think of 1920s, our prohibition bullshit. They didn't have that. And we used to be oh, the gangsters are so cool. The bootleggers are cool. We have that weird nostalgia for it. They don't have. So they're just kind of why would you ever put that in a gun? We're no, it's cool. It's the bootleggers. I don't think they see the coolness in it that I guess we kind of might. But I don't think it's offensive. I don't understand banning it when you could just be it's a decanter. It's a straight up decanter. It's a showpiece, really. I mean, I think it's silly to ban anything, but whatever. I don't live there, so.
Yeah, I think the same thing. And then people can still buy this. It's just not available in Great Britain. But then who knows? Then you got maybe people bringing it in. I don't know if could you import that. If you're living there, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's like being able to bring alcohol when you're moving into a country or something like that. I don't know. And could you bring it in your checked luggage? You can bring X amount of liquor into a country. Could I, as someone who could buy this, bring it? Fly in and bring it in? I don't know. I don't know.
That's
what's
sending
a ban mean?
A scanner, right? You see the outline of that in a bag.
All right.
Yeah.
That's going.
Yeah. This a bag.
Do they scan all of those bags like that, though? The ones that go in the underbelly of the plane? This obviously is not a carry-on. You can't carry on.
I think they still do.
They
don't open it. They do have permission to look through it, which is why there always needs to be an approved lock on it.
Yeah.
So if they need to search it, they can.
Right. And banned. I don't know exactly what that means. Like I said, is it banned from being in the country, or is it banned from being sold? So that's another thing. We don't know what the rule there is. So interesting. It just seems here's what I would work on. Not the bottles that are on there. I'd be why in the fuck do we have a king and queen in this country? Yeah, that's what I'd be worried about. Not the goddamn bottles that are at the liquor store. You know what? Fix that problem. Cut them off. Get them off the teat, and then worry about what's on the liquor store shelves. That'd be my priorities. But what do I know? What do I know? All right. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Evan Neaters, we'll start with you.
You can find me on Facebook at Evan Neaters.
All right, Evan Van Scoik.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Wisdom Whiskey, or on Facebook in any of our multiple groups such as the ABV Network Crew Club, the Barrel Shop Syndicate, or any of the other local groups. Maybe I'll give a shout out to something like St. Louis Bourbon Society and some other groups in our area that can do some different things. You just recently had an event with the Jefferson Bourbon Collective as well.
Yeah, Jefferson County Bourbon Collective, a good group. It was really a fun time. It was a great night. It was definitely worth attending for sure, and they're doing some cool stuff, and I like those guys for sure. So it was a lot of fun. All right, Luke, how about you?
You can find me at Luke at SantaFeBoutiqueWines.com and Luke Otero on LinkedIn.
Right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. We got over 3,000 shows out there. We put our blogs out there. We put our e-magazines, our weekly newsletters. Everything that we do is over at abvnetwork.com. Also, if you're in St. Louis, come by and see us. We're in Arnold, Missouri, a St. Louis suburb. Check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Peace.
Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.